Alright, fire's out, began Flynn. But how the hell did you end up like this? As Ryan was loaded onto the flatbed, he was muttering to himself. On top of all the damage, he had a fair dose of shock. The coalition, they're moving, they're gonna attack Maithwaite. I heard it all. So I ran to the helter top and hat, but the jet caught up to me and it blew me straight to smithereens. Thank you, Ryan, said Bell. We'll alert the Fat Controller and take you to the Steamworks immediately. Let's go. Tell them they have more planes, more ships, more men, more ammunition. Tell them it's not going to be like the last time they attacked. Tell him. We will, Ryan. Don't worry. Meanwhile, James and Hiro were at Farquhar, while their crews had tea and lunch with Mrs. Kindly. James, began Hiro, I'm quite hesitant to continue teaching you in the ways of Ikigai. But why? I want to learn. I want to better myself. Hiro, please, Settle down, James, said Hiro. I'm hesitant because your anger and impatience hold you back. And until we fix that problem, I don't think you'll truly understand the importance of the last lesson and the next one. What? The last lesson you learned, James, was what the world needs. But with your anger and impatience, I don't think you'll be able to use that knowledge very well. And as far as the next lesson, learning what you love, I don't think that anger and impatience are going to help you in your search for that. So what are you saying? I'm saying that you need to make peace with Thomas. What? No! Thomas is causing way too many problems for the island, and James... If you want to continue to learn to better yourself, I highly suggest that you make peace with Thomas. It's the only way you'll put your anger and impatience behind you. Fine, I'll try. Just then, the Fat Controller arrived in Winston. Hiro, James, he began. Thank goodness I found you. We have a problem. What sort of problem? Asked Hiro. It's the Coalition. Yesterday they asked me to pay them their money, but I refused, so now they're planning to move on Maithwaite. If you don't mind me asking, sir, how did you find this out? Ryan overheard their plans, and he raced to Knapford to tell me. And he made it, but not before a jet could bomb him in an attempt to kill him and shut him up. Oh my god, is he alive? Yes, he's alive. Damaged and shocked, but alive. That's how we got the information, of course. Well, that's good. But what do we do? I want you two to meet me and Thomas at the sawmill in 1 hour. Alright, sir, we'll be there. Soon the Fat Controller left, and Hiro began to speak to James again. Great, we'll be at the sawmill with Thomas. You can reconcile there. Fine. Soon they were all at the sawmill, and the Fat Controller began to speak. Alright, said the Fat Controller, here it is. The Coalition plans to move on Maithwaite soon, and we have to stage a counterattack before it happens. Now, we can't ask the British government to get involved, because if they get involved, then it could spark a world war, as these are international engines. So, we're on our own. Let's give them a taste of their own medicine, said James. Strap some explosives onto Harold, let him fly in there and drop them. Kaboom! Haha! Believe me, James, if it was that simple, I would. But the thing is, any excuse they have to keep attacking us, they will use. So, the less violent we are, then the better chance we have at winning. So you're saying that in a war, we're not going to attack the enemy? No, James, and that's quite enough. What I'm saying is that we should just use less violent tactics. Like what? Burning all their fuel. Although they have a large supply of fuel, it is limited. So, I was thinking that Harold would drop men somewhere along the Arlesdale Railway where they can't see. The men go in, light the fuel on fire, then you engines are the getaway. It's perfect, said Hiro. We'll stop them without starting any further violence. Yes, exactly. Now, as far as your aspect of the plan, the getaway part, I'm putting Thomas in charge. What? Look, I know it seems out of left field, but Thomas knows these engines. He knows what they are capable of. And not only that, but he's pretty skilled with this kind of thing. You all were there at Farquhar. First of all, this and Farquhar are two very different things. James, that's enough. Just use your judgment. We leave at 9 o'clock tonight. I'm going to brief Harold. Good luck. Look, James, I didn't want this. Of course he puts you in charge. Of course he neglects the fact that you started this whole war. I didn't mean to start the war. I was panicking. I had visions. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. No, you meant it. You knew exactly what they would do, and you asked for the rescue. You meant this. Do you have any idea about how I feel about all this? Yeah, I do, and it must be a surefire sense of joy, because after you continually made mistake after mistake after mistake, they still forgave you because you're Thomas the Tank Engine. You can do no wrong. You were having visions, and you helped us in the Farquhar explosion, okay? And then me, an engine who's trying to better myself and trying to help this island and trying to help my fellow engine. You know, no one sees that. Everyone sees the engine who's selfish and mean. The engine I'm trying to leave behind, okay? You know nothing. James, that's enough. Then you clearly have no idea, James. Because thanks to my mistake, my failure, my home is in danger. My friends are in danger. One of my best friends can't even stand to be around me. How do you think that makes me feel, James? How? It just seems that for every step I take forward, you take a step backward, and no one seems to be mad at you. Don't you think that makes me feel like a fraud? That I caused all this and no one seems to have an issue with me? I feel like an absolute loser, James. I screwed up and no one knows it. I put the island in danger. And no one wants to be angry at me or anything. I don't know what to think or where to go anymore. All I know is that I can't lose the island, and I can't lose any of you. Upon hearing that, James didn't know what to say. I'm sorry then, Thomas. I'll try and let go of my anger and my impatience with you. If that's truly what you value, then I guess we are on the same side. Brilliant. Thanks, James. This makes me feel a lot better about this whole thing. Seems as though you found exactly what you love, James. What? Your friends, whispered Hiro. Soon, James, Hiro, and Thomas were parked on the McColl's farm side of the tunnel, and they began to realize that everything Ryan had said was true. The Coalition was preparing to invade Maithwaite, and they had acquired more planes and ships. And soon enough, the trio of engines could hear Harold the helicopter, flying in the sky high over Arlesdale, preparing to drop the men in. The engines waited in anticipation. About 20 minutes later, he returned. All right, they're dropped. They're going to start burning the fuel soon. Get ready, and good luck! Hiro, I'm worried, began James. I know I forgave Thomas, and I'm trying my best to hold back my anger and forget it, but I don't think I can. I have this feeling deep in my boiler that something's going to go wrong. That Thomas is going to make a decision that's just going to mess this entire thing up. Something's going to go wrong. I know it. Everything will be fine, James, said Hiro. Just try and focus on letting go of your anger. I'll try, said James. Just then they heard a lot of shouting and chaos and commotion. The men had succeeded. They had set the fuel on fire. What's going on? Asked Young Bao. It's the fuel that's been set on fire. Our jet must not have killed that tank engine. He must have gotten through to Sir Topham Hatt. They must have known. Quick, search the area. They're here. Unbeknownst to Thomas and the others, the men were hidden quite well, behind one of the local manors. They only had a few hundred feet to go before they could clear the tunnel and hop into James, Thomas, and Hiro. Oh no, they're trapped, said Thomas. Thomas, just wait it out. I'm sure they'll be fine, said James. No, we've got to get in there and do something. Thomas, you'll compromise the mission. I have to. Don't try it, Thomas. But Thomas raced into the tunnel anyway. Thomas, no! We're in trouble now, said Hiro. Meanwhile, Thomas had already burst through the barrier. What's he doing here? Yelled Young Bao. Peep, peep! Come on! Whistled Thomas. The men tried to lean out from behind the manor and discreetly wave at Thomas in an effort to tell him he was jeopardizing the mission. But then there was trouble. Young Bao, they're behind the mansion! Yelled D199. Quickly, send in an airstrike! We won't miss this time. No! The men tried to run, but it was no use! Thomas, move! Move now! Now! Thomas raced through the tunnel. As the dawn broke, the trio made it to the Maithwaite Bridge. Oh no! No! I knew it! I knew you'd do something stupid! I knew it! I knew it! James, calm down. Calm down! Thomas just got a bunch of men killed! I didn't mean to, I swear, I was just trying to help. No! You got them killed. I was right, you were wrong. Yes, but James, being angry and foolish is not going to help the situation. Well then what is going to help it, Hiro, huh? What is? Nothing. Nothing can help it now. Nothing. Nothing. All we can do now is hope. Hope that the wives of those men don't come after you personally, Thomas.